Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for Spiegel Mom Scraps design team. You can save 15% with my code Jessica15. I am using this December 2024 Advent cut file by Pear Tree Cut Files. This is part of the Advent calendar or Advent files for your smaller December albums. And I am using it in my 6x8 mini album here. It's by, I think it's a snap album. And I have cut this out using some textured white cardstock, and I'm going to use this small paper pad that I actually got for free with one of my scrappy orders, and I think it's called Simple Stories Snow Pine Lodge, if I remember right. It's on the screen there, but it's so small when I edit, it's hard for me to see what it says. So I'm using that. I'm just going to go ahead and back my cut file manually just by using the negative pieces from my cutting mat here and cutting out a little bit larger than the actual negative piece so that I have something to anchor to the back of my cut file. So I'm just going to trim all these out. I'm not going to make you watch every single number here because what I like to do is I like to get them all cut out and then glue them all down at one time. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting these. As you can see, I've got all my patterns there. I'm going to go ahead and apply some clear Nuvo liquid deluxe adhesive here. It's white when it goes on, but it dries clear, and it's one of my favorite adhesives to use for this. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply all of my glue here and just do each number one at a time on this particular one because the numbers are kind of big on this one, so I'm just doing them one at a time. Sometimes I'll go ahead and apply my glue all at once and then just go through and just pop them on, but for this one I just did them one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and cut my center out of my 0 here at the same time. I like to insert the negative piece again here, and then I have a template for where that middle cut file piece needs to go. And then I just trim out the middle section with my cutting mat and X-Acto knife like so. I'm going to do the same thing with my number 4 here. Go ahead and apply that negative piece, cut out the middle, and then I'll remove all of that just so I know exactly where that middle needs to go. It makes it super easy and pretty quick. So I'm just pulling that apart there. Kind of got stuck down, but it's all okay. So that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuck down to my page protector in a moment, but I wanted this to be a very large shaker pocket. So this is something that I love to do with my opening pages of my albums, and I actually ended up using 4 sequin mixes on this to fill this up to my liking. So you probably don't need 4 full ones, but I had some that I had used quite a lot of, and I just had a little bit left, so they matched perfectly together, so I just kind of combined 4 of them. The 4 that I used on this one were Holidays, Festive, Vintage Village, and Flower Sack was the white ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply some glue to the back side of this. I will tell you that someone recommended on my channel to try using glossy accents. This is just a glossy accent it's kind of like a glue, but you can also use it to make things shiny. And someone recommended that to me to try using that to adhere to my page protectors because I was having a problem with my Nuvo glue and things that I glue to these page protectors directly not sticking over time, and they just kind of fall off. So that was recommended to try that. So I tried it for this one, but I will say that it peeled right off and it did not stick at all. So what I actually found for my next one that I did with this, because this foundation page is actually going to be for my 2024 album. I messed up and I'm actually working with 2023 photos, and I didn't even realize it until this was already done. And so I redid the page, and luckily this actually just peeled right off. So I'm just going to save this for my 2024 album and do a new shaker pocket at that time with sequins to match whatever collection that I'm using at that time. But this one, the one that I made for 2023, I actually just used my glue by Thermoweb. It's called a mixed media glue, and it comes in a squeeze bottle like that, but it's much larger, and actually that held up very well. So that's what I'm going to be using in the future. So here's my shaker pocket. All I did was stitch with my sewing machine across the top to hold all those beautiful sequins inside, and I will link below the link to the shop in case you want to grab any of those goodies. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.